My name is Steve Contardi. I'm the operating partner of the club at Harper's Point, owned by Town Properties, a development company which has owned multiple tennis clubs, including the Lexington Tennis Club in Lexington, Kentucky. I've been in the business for 45 years now as a club owner, operator, innovator in terms of some teaching techniques, tennis camps, and some consulting business as well. Charlie Ellis, one of my dear friends, and one of the, in my opinion, one of the foremost authorities in our industry. And our industry is a very, very small family, and there are a few of us that have been around for a long time. Charlie ran our Lexington Tennis Club for 14 years. Charlie inherited, quite frankly, a mess, and it was something that I was not able to control from the distance until Charlie came along. Charlie did a couple of things. First of all, he increased the income by 100%, and secondly, he decreased the expenses by a considerable amount. Obviously, that's a pretty good formula. In the process, he increased the awareness of tennis, increased the participation of tennis, not only at our club in Lexington, but quite frankly throughout the city. His approach was not one of just going forward with the Lexington Tennis Club, but it was whatever is good for tennis in the city of Lexington is good for everybody, and our business will benefit from it. And that was Charlie's approach, which is a very, very broad-based and very unselfish approach. The people of Lexington, Kentucky were very, very fortunate to have Charlie working for them in that wonderful town. And of course, Town Properties and the Lexington Tennis Club, my group was extremely fortunate for having Charlie, work for us. It proved to be a wonderful, wonderful success. And I think to my knowledge, one of the best turnarounds in our industry. Relative to sales, and it may be a routine thing today amongst the big box fitness centers and the multi-rec units that are out there. But backing up 20 years ago, and certainly just in the tennis industry, there really wasn't a lot of sales initiative. Charlie came to us from a previous career with Northwestern Mutual Life, and he had the good fortune and the training of selling life insurance and financial products. And if you could sell that, you sure as heck could sell tennis. But Charlie took the same format and used it selling tennis. He involved something that you can't learn in books, and that is a personal touch and a personal involvement, a sincerity that went along with the facilities and the activities that Charlie was selling. And he believed in tennis, he believed in people, and he believed that everybody should be playing tennis, and you're going to have a good time, and your life is going to be better from it. And combine all of that with the professional training he had from the insurance industry, and quite frankly, all of a sudden, we did have a sales initiative going on, and it really showed up in the membership numbers, in the court time sales numbers, and obviously carried over into the programming as well. So in terms of selling, I think Charlie was pretty much a pioneer within the small recreational entity of tennis. In terms of operations, Charlie did things that I didn't have the patience to do, quite frankly, and I wish I did have the patience to do. But he would dig in, and he would go after a particular problem, whether it be the skylights on our tennis club, whether it be the sprinkler system on the outdoor courts, the resurfacing of the courts. He would go after and research everything with an academic approach, almost approaching that of being a nerd in whatever category that was. I always referred to Charlie as the tennis nerd. When I asked Charlie to research different types of applications for resurfacing the courts. I didn't know what I was getting into because he researched the heck out of it and had all the details on everything. So in terms of operating, whether it be the facility itself, the front desk, the tennis pros, Charlie had an organization, and he had to follow through. He had the measurement, and really, what I think brought something very, very unique to our club in Lexington, Kentucky. And again, the results showed. I pride myself in being a hands-on guy. I don't think that I ask any of my employees, associates, to do something that I haven't or wouldn't do. I'm kind of anti-ivory tower type people. It's not reading about something, how to do it. It's have you done it? And of course, Charlie Ellis has done everything from being a college All-American as a player to being a grassroots teacher to being a club operator. And you can't replace that, especially when we're looking at absentee owners who are entrusting the operation of a club to somebody that it probably knows a good amount, but it's so there's so much that goes into operating a tennis club that nobody knows it all, and very few people have done it all. So the money spent hiring somebody that can pinpoint the problem because they've been there, they've done it, they've shoveled the snow off of a bubble, they've resurfaced the courts, they've gone up and tarred the roof themselves, they've dug out the lines on the tennis courts, on the clay courts that have blown up or whatever. Somebody that's had the hands-on and has been in what I call been in the pit. Has really something to offer and can really save an owner a whole lot of money. One simple idea can save thousands of dollars. One simple idea can bring in thousands of dollars. So there's no substitute for somebody that has been through the war. I mean, somebody that's been a 25-year veteran of doing everything from squeegeeing courts to selling a corporate membership to a hospital. There's no substitute for that, and a good consultant is worth its weight in gold.